Hello and welcome to Hyper Empire. This is where you play a 4X in 40 minutes or less. The developers have streamlined the experience down to a wonderful distilled experience that is just so incredibly fun to play. Anyway, if you would like to check out the game, there is a link in the description, and this video is kindly sponsored by Fairweather Studios. Now, we are going to play a new game. I have already unlocked the Outriggers. They are unlockables that you can obviously find in the game, and there is the Machine Heresy as well, which I personally really like the look of. I think these guys look absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, I don't have these yet because I need to defeat 10 bosses. And now let me tell you, I'm going to be very, very honest here because you know me. Sometimes I'm not very successful in certain things, and so I gotta say I haven't beaten one boss yet. Yeah, you're gonna get to see exactly what's going on with that. Anyway, I am going to be playing as the Colonial Alliance, and oh, this is the first time I've actually had the opportunity to choose a different cruiser. That's just because I've just had my first victory. That is literally what has just happened a couple of minutes ago. So anyway, we can choose the Warship Heavy Liner, which I think is the standard. I think that's the standard cruiser that we have. And then, yeah, you have the Mauler class cruiser, which has different weapons that you can use. Interesting, interesting. Okay, I'm going to play the cruiser. We're going to play on normal. These are your achievement rewards. Now, you can disable these if you so desire, but for me personally, I think this is pretty fun. I like having the ability to have a bit more of a boost when you begin, just because you've played the game before. But obviously, as you see here, you can turn it off if you want to. Anyway, this is your map. Okay, so basically the entire well, technically you don't even need to do that. That's the wonder of this game and 4X in general. You can go for any number of different victory types. There are 6 victory types available, and there are 6 sectors. So if you want to go for an expansion, exterminate sort of playstyle, you can do that. But I'm just going to select some random selection here, and as you can see, we have the enemy being the Alliance in this sector. And yeah, we're going to be attacked by those guys primarily, so that's going to be hilarious. Now, this is your primary UI. Okay, what is there to look at in this UI? Well, there's a lot, but it is pretty simple once you get a grip on things. These are all of your resources. Hydrium is your most important thing. This is basically used for every single bit of building and constructing that you're going to do in the game. Then you have data. This is for research. Faith, which is for a different kind of research. Basically, you're just going to be gaining different kinds of bonuses with your faith. Then you have fuel, which is used to actually build ships and certain buildings. And then you have population. Now, population, obviously, as you might expect, very important. If you max out your population, then you're not going to be able to build anything else. So it's very important to do that. Then you have stations. You can build stations like agriculture, science, temples, outposts, hangars, mining guilds, trading posts, coil stations, AI industry. Basically, anything your mind can come up with, you're going to be able to build. However, you are going to need to fulfill the prerequisites for these stations. You also have trade. Trade routes are extremely important and actually one of the main things that you want to go for here. Now, trade routes vary in threat levels as well as rewards and well, a variety of other things as well. Like, for example, you could see here, look at what we got going on. We have the ability to get more. We can wager more stuff, right? So we can wager more fuel if we want to in this particular trade agreement. However, there is another where we are not going to wager anything, and that's pretty cool. But I am actually going to wager something because I want to get a significant amount of data. This is data right here, 689. So we're going to be taking that, and then we can take another one. And this is, whoa, that's a pretty high threat level right there. We can't do anything about that. I barely have any faith to spend, so we're just going to be doing that as well. All right, so Now that my trade routes are done, this is the first turn, by the way. It's very, very important that you get your trade routes rolling because they can be extremely impactful. You're going to get to see exactly why later on. This is your technology tree. As I said at the beginning in the introduction, the game is designed to be played in 40 minutes or less. So the technology tree is going to reflect that. It is not going to be a super, hyper, amazingly massive, expansion of, all kinds of different research. That doesn't matter, of course, because every single one of these is impactful in some way or another. For example, industry, the very first one allows you to increase the amount of hydrium that your miner produces, and you also gain 400 hydrium right away. It's very, very impactful instantaneously, which is exactly why, why it's designed like that. Very, very good. Then you obviously have fuel generation, you have free fighters that you can get, and all kinds of crazy stuff. So obviously this is my main cruiser here. If this thing dies, by the way, if my main ship dies, that is game over. That is you dead. So you're gonna have to be a little bit careful on that. Now there is the other screen. So this is your him screen, and this is determined by faith. So basically you could get similar things here, like increasing your miner population, carrier damage increases, light fighter damage increases, faith generation, and so on. Now these are your victory types. So you can see here, survive for 50 turns, store 50,000 hydrium, research 9 technologies, attain 9 hymns, win 4 sector battles, and use a treaty 6 times. So as I said before, I did just get my first victory, which was a science victory. And I have to admit, it was pretty simple to do. However, and now this is the big however, I literally had to play the game about 5 or 6 times before I could get a victory, because it was spanking me. It was spanking me real bad. And yes, it was it was absolutely destroying me in every single way. Anyway, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to be building an outpost straight away. Now, you may be thinking, why are you going to build an outpost? This doesn't really give you that much, right? Well, no, it does give me the gunship heavy fighter capacity, but that is not something that I really care about. That's not something that I care about at all, actually. What I do care about, however, is this, which is the colony. Now, this is an extremely important building in my opinion. I think this building is fantastic. The reason being, it provides you with +1 population every single turn. And if you build multiple of these, you're going to be gaining population even more every single turn. So it's absolutely fantastic. So that's the reason why we're going to be building that straight away. I'm not going to be building anything else, and we're just going to go to the next turn. And there we go. Okay, that's it. That was turn one. That was turn one. Bear in mind, there are going to be some heroes that will join you a little bit later on. Now you can see here, this is the enemy fleet. The enemy fleet will attack me in 3 turns, and my trade routes will be done in 2 turns, or at least one of them will be. And yeah, just keep an eye on this number right here, because that is going to determine when you're attacked most of the time. And we're otherwise just going to be building some additional miners here. I want to try to generate as much hydrium as possible. I should probably get a trading post too. Let's get another miner here, and there we have it. There's an ion storm, there's the trade route being completed, and now we have a technology that we can spec into. And what I'm going to do is, I think I am probably, yes, I'm going to be going for the Doomsday Beam, because I think that sounds hilariously fun. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get a fuel depot first, and we're hopefully going to be able to get to the Doomsday Beam at some point, and then we can get our new contracts up and running here as well. So now this is obviously pretty big threat, right? Pretty big threat. However, this is not going to be too bad. Technically, sometimes it is vastly worth going for a higher threat level, just purely because you're going to be getting such an insane benefit. I mean, you can see here, I'm literally only losing 100 data to be able to make this trade, if it's successful, that is, and I'm going to be getting over 3,500 faith, which I personally think is worth it, even if it fails. Even if it fails, I don't really care. You know, I'm losing a little bit of data. That doesn't really matter to me that much in comparison to, you know, the other things. So yeah, anyway, we're just going to be doing this, and this is our first battle. So you can indeed take a look, and you can see exactly what the enemy has available here. This, you know, it's just a light scout or light fighter ship of some kind. It's not really going to be super impactful. You can decide whether you want to auto-resolve this or whether you want to go into the battle. Now, battles are auto-based, right? So basically you don't actually tell your people what to do. You can move them around in the deployment zone and things like that, which I think is pretty nice. And you can also use your abilities down in the bottom left of the screen here. And this all has an energy cost. You can see the energy down at the bottom here. So we primarily have the ability to use a tractor beam, and I have never used this before, so let's see how it works. Okay, there's the tractor beam. It seems like it brings it in. Oh, okay. Whoa, I like it. Oh, no. I like the tractor beam. Yeah, I like the tractor beam a great deal. In comparison, my trade route failed, by the way, as you saw there. Anyway, my previous cruiser had the ability to launch, what is it now? It was like some what was it now? Cruiser missiles? I can't remember the name of the missiles now, but basically missiles, and they were pretty effective, I gotta say. They were pretty effective, but they were projectile based, and so as a result of them being projectile based, it was a bit difficult to hit the lighter enemies in the early stages of the game. So, you know, that is something just bear in mind. Sometimes it's going to be a bit difficult. Anyway, let me see what I can do here. I guess I'm just going to accept the low level, you know, the low threat level thing. Not really a big deal there. And we can also get some stingrays if we want to, or we could get some scout capacity. Let's get some scout capacity, I suppose. Kind of want to get a couple more of those. Want to make sure that we are going to be absolutely fine if we do get attacked. It's probably going to be pretty important, right? It's going to be pretty important. And I also probably want to get a temple, so I'm going to be getting a temple straight away, because that's going to give me 50 faith per turn. Very important to do that, just to get a couple of extra bonuses. It's actually remarkably important to do something like that. So here's a really, okay, this is one of the most important things that you can do initially in the game. Whenever you get the ability to choose a hero, you need to choose something that you know is going to be really impactful for you. Now, for me, in my science victory, I had basically 5 researchers. I literally just went for researcher over and over again, because I wanted to try to get as many technologies unlocked as possible, because you need 9 technologies to be able to achieve victory. Now, in my case right now, I'm actually not entirely sure what victory to go for, you see. This is the problem. Do we want to go for a faith victory? In which case, going for the priest would make sense. Do I want to go for a diplomatic victory? Well, obviously going for the diplomat would be the way to go. Do I want to go for an economic victory? Well, then a minor would be the way to go. Or if I want to go for something like defeating some bosses, capturing sectors, and going for a combat victory or a domination victory, then I would need to go for an engineer or the admiral. And now, for me personally, I think I want to go for the minor. So I'm going to go for the economic victory if I can make that work. It's obviously going to be a little bit difficult to make it work, I think, potentially. But let's try it out, shall we? And we've got to do a little bit of something here, because getting the trading post would probably also make a huge amount of sense, because if we get the trading post... Oh! Okay, this is real bad. This is the first time I've actually gotten this event. They are all random, by the way. All these events are random. Eyes swell with oily tears, skin growing a sickly green. Coughing, groans, and vomiting echo throughout the colony. These are the reports coming through to us, Commander. It seems an offshoot of the hydroxine plague, indeed, has made its way to the colony. No doubt, it came back with us after our last voyage. We need to return to the colony as soon as possible and lock down the situation before the plague spreads further and more colonists get sick. And so we lost 10 population from that. As you can see in the top right, we're having some huge problems with that. All right, so, well, we now have the ability to unlock a new hymn. So what do we want to do? Well, I'm thinking right now that I'd probably like... I actually don't know. I'm thinking right now that we're probably going to go for... Ooh, there's some really good stuff here. There's some really good stuff. I'm going to go for gain 2 free light fighters in every battle that can't be permanently destroyed. That sounds good, in my opinion at least. And we're going to be speccing into the agriculture station, even though I don't really want to do that, but it is necessary if we're going to continue having some people to help us out here. And we have, these guys might be a bit difficult. All right, so let's once again use our tractor beam here. Use our tractor beam once again. Does this actually stun this guy? I think it might actually stun this guy. Can we use the tractor beam on multiple? Yes, we can. We can use the tractor beam on multiple enemies. That is actually kind of insane. I love it. All right, so we are doing pretty nicely so far. As you can see, one of my trade routes is going to be done in just a moment. We also have the ability to increase our miners capacity, which is definitely something that I want to do. Let me just see here. Do I need to do anything else? I think having an additional temple would really make a big difference in my opinion. So that's what we're going to do. Trade route has now been completed, so we can get a new contract. I'm going to be going for the... this is actually really good. We might want to increase this a little bit. Yeah, let's go with that. Ooh. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, we're done. Okay. Whew. I was like, wait a minute. Wait, was that okay? Yeah, no, that was absolutely fine. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to continue increasing our miners capacity, because obviously what we want to do is we want to try to get 50,000 hydrium. It's going to be extremely important. Now, this is... Look at this. Look at what has just happened. Against all odds, your trade convoy has docked with a faraway station. Your empire has gained a large number of resources from the successful contract. We just gained 3,500 faith, which is insanity, as you could quite clearly tell. This is absolute insanity. And so what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to unlock some more hymns in the next turn. Or it should be the case, at least. Anyway, what we're going to do is... I'm thinking that we might... We're going to get attacked soon, so I'm thinking right now, let's just increase our military presence. Oh, we lost 2 miners. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, here we go, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to gain a free farm. We're going to gain light fighters getting 15% additional dodge, which is very important. I mean, it's going to be very important at least. And we can also do this if we want to, or we could do the other thing. I think we'll do this. Seems pretty nice. We're going to get some nice extra hydrium. And we're just going to continue speccing into our miners right now. And here we go. We're being attacked. But that's okay. This is absolutely fine. Because we could just do our tractor beam on 2 or more enemies. As long as we have energy, we can actually do that. I feel like the tractor beam is absolutely insane. Because I think it stuns. I actually don't know. Does it actually stun? I have no idea. But... all I know is that it's actually crazy good. And now, look at what we've got here. Minus cost 50 less hydrium to hire, which is crazy amazing. So that's exactly why we are going to be taking this. We're also going to be speccing into the mining guild, which is going to provide us with the ability to increase our miners capacity even further. And this is, look at this, now look at what we got here. Now look at what we got. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be getting the priest. I don't think we need more mining capacity, but getting the priest would be very important for us right now, because I feel like getting this, increased unit cap of all units, is probably going to be quite nice for us in general. And on top of that, it's also making it possible for us to make our way to the Ascension faith victory. So if we don't want to get the economic victory, we could go for the Ascension victory instead. And so that's what we're going to try to do. Maybe it's going to work out, maybe it's not, I don't know. I mean, maybe it will, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, so we can now do this. Let's try to get more tractor beams up and running. Thank you very much. Yes. Murder everything. Thank you. Okay, yeah, we lost a lot of people that time. Yeah, we lost a lot of people that time. We're going to have to do something about that. And so this is the reason why I wanted to spec into so many miners, because getting all of this is really making a huge difference. Getting all of the economic strength is really making a massive difference to how effective we are actually going to be in the long run. Because having the ability to just, you know, immediately get people back in the fight, it makes so much sense. It really does. Anyway, there we go. Okay, we lost 98 faith from this. A green mist shimmers on the edge of frontier space. The carrier leads the fleet down a careful path through the spore-infested mist. Radars on the command deck ring loud as a tidal wave of Vor cruisers flood the region. It appears we aren't welcome in this area, as our readings suggest the Vor's weapons are powering up. It seems we are trespassing, Commander. The fact that we aren't dead yet means they are giving us a warning. It'd be wise to leave now and avoid the trouble. Indeed. Alright, so yeah, otherwise we have this. We can now do this and hopefully gain some more yeah, gain some more population, I guess. Gain some more population. We could go for additional faith if we wanted to, so I guess we will do that. And let's go for this. Trade route complete. Fantastic. That's really, really nice. Now we can also do this. We can get some mule light escorts, or we can get some heavy fighters if we so desire. Or we could just get another one of these contracts, which I think we're probably going to do. Yeah, more data. More data sounds pretty good. Now, let's get another one of these. Get a steel clad as well. Get some more miners, and there we have it. Yeah, that is looking pretty good. Do we want to get heavy fighter damage? Yeah, let's increase the heavy fighter damage. Let's increase this. Get some more heavy fighters while we're at it. It's going to be extremely important for us to have military power right now, considering we're being attacked once again. The threat level is now low. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, let's see if this is actually the case, because sometimes I've had low threat levels and they have destroyed a bunch of my ships. No, it didn't seem that difficult. Okay. The fleet slows as they pass another long-dead mining planet on the frontier. A tide of orbital satellite buoys drift on the outer reaches of the planet's orbit, but one of our outer fleet guard cruisers report that the satellites aren't marked with any identifiers. Soon a hurricane of signals clashes with our systems, scrambling everything. Reports coming in are saying that someone has hacked our accounts and stole some of our funds. It seems we've stumbled onto an old hacker's trap called the orbital pickpocket. Unfortunately, Commander, there's nothing that can be done. The money's gone. And we lost 1,200. We also had our trade route lost, which, again, as I said to you before, it doesn't really matter. You're not really losing that amount of data, because technically the data is to be gained, you see. So it's basically saying to you, yeah, you lost this, but that's okay because you only invested a small amount. And that's something to just, you know, remember. It's not actually you losing that. It's just a case of, you know, the trade convoy being destroyed. So you can see here, look at this. I just gained 2,800 faith from one of the trade routes, which is absolutely incredible. Really, really nice. And that's exactly what we could do here. And look at this. I can actually trade my data as well. I can even trade some more data here. And look at how much faith I can gain from this if we want to, you know, bet on it, basically. So let's do that. We're going to gain over 6,600 faith from that, which is going to provide me with an extra hymn, which is going to be very, very impactful. Let's just spec into some, get some more miners here. And as you can see, look at this. Look at what we got. We got some more heroes. So what do? Well, we could get another hymn, which I guess is what I'm going to do. Gain 400 data, 400 fuel, 2 free heavy fighters, 7 carrier damage to regular ship weapons, light fighter damage, heavy fighter damage, plus 5 damage. All right, well, for me personally, I'm thinking right now that I probably want to go for the data and the fuel. I think that's probably going to be the way to go right now. We can also get this. That's going to increase my miners capacity, as you can see right there. And then I can once again just go massive miner mode. And aha, yeah, we don't have enough space, so we're just going to be doing that. There we go. All right, jamming beacons. Unfortunately for me, we did lose 155 data. Ah, there we go. The medium threat level didn't pan out, as you can see. Didn't pan out at all for me, unfortunately. But it was a risk, you know? It was a risk, a great risk indeed. And it didn't actually work out. So, yeah, this time, though, in the past, when I've done that, it has really paid off a great deal. And you know, it's just unlucky, you know. It's just completely unlucky when that happens. Anyway, let's just spec into a little bit of this, and there we go. All right. Oh, high threat level. All right, this might be very, very hard. Let's see what happens here. We might be okay here as long as I can maybe use my yep, there we go. My tractor beam was literally clutch in that particular fight, in my opinion at least. I feel like it did really, really well. Anyway, okay, so I have loads of hydrium. We're going to need to use it to get our people back on task here. And let's get a Liberator. This is a capital escort ship, by the way. Really, really amazing, amazing ship right there. And let's get some more scouts, actually. Let's get some more scout capacity right there as well. And we'll go for some trade. Okay, what are we going to do? I think more fuel might be nice. Yeah, let's go for some more fuel. This could be, you know, it could get destroyed. There we go. No, never mind. Okay, we gained 3,500 fuel. That's pretty nice. Okay, I like it. And we're going to be gaining more of it at some point in the future as well. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to trade data for hydrium on this high threat level here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because we could potentially gain 10,000. Look at this. Look at how much I could get. 13,000. Very risky, but it could pay off in an insane way. And so that's the reason why I'm doing that. Anyway, let's just see here. I'm going to spec into this, get one of these. Vor spore pods. Well, we heard about these guys. As you can see, they're literally draining our fuel now, unfortunately, thanks to that random event. Not very nice of them, is it? No, not very nice of them at all. But yeah, that's just how it goes. Let's get another scout here. These guys have 55% dodge chance, by the way, now. They literally have 55% dodge chance. That's actually kind of crazy. Shall we go for some more of those? We could technically go for some more of those if we wanted to. We could go for these guys. Stingray fighter cap. We could go for another mule there. I think we're probably going to be getting attacked in just a moment. Yeah, we're probably going to be... Yep, there we go. There it is. Oh, low... Okay, low threat level. These guys have no idea what is about to befall them. They are just getting absolutely destroyed. You can see here that the... Wow. Yes, the tractor beams locked on to some of the most valuable ships that the enemy had available, and you could see exactly what happened. They just got absolutely destroyed instantaneously. Very, very fun. All right, so let's see. I'm thinking right now we're just going to end the turn and we'll go for another miners guild, and we're going to then just get a bunch of miners. You know, why not? Why not? Let's just do that. And my trade route was complete, so we gained another 3,100 in fuel. And now we could potentially do something more here. What is this? Fuel and fuel. I don't really care about fuel that much, so I'm actually just going to take whatever. Doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, the fuel is going to be relatively useful in general for a variety of reasons. Like, for example, the repair hub here. It's pretty nice. But it's not really super hardcore necessary until we get to the coil station. The coil station is very useful, so we could potentially just do that, which is what I've just done, so why not? Let's go for the colony station as well. Let's get another one of these guys. Yeah, sounds pretty good to me. Okay, so we've been attacked once again. This is a low threat level. I mean, you can see here that we are absolutely destroying every single fight that we come up against now. As you can see, we are just completely and utterly destroying everything. Let's go for the priest once again. And we are going to be gaining 50 faith generation. Additional faith generation is always nice. And yeah, we should probably start going for this thing down here. We need 6,000 hydrium. So that's what we'll do. So we're just going to do this. Let's get that. That's going to get me 500 faith per turn. It's also going to increase the armor of our ships by 30 by the looks of things. So that's pretty nice. Let's get some more scouts. And we could go for some more stingray fighters as well if we wanted to. I guess we might as well, right? We might as well. And I think, yeah, no, we're actually looking really, really good right now. We are looking really, really good. Oh, look at that. It paid off. Oh, I am so surprised. Am I really? Yeah, no, I am very surprised. Look at that. 13,000 hydrium, and that is exactly the reason why I said to you, yes, it is very worth just trying it. You know, you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes it pays off. It paid off massively. Okay, we can go for some more faith here as well if we want to. Let's just trade some fuel for that. These are all mid-level, so it may not work out, but we might as well give it a go, right? Might as well give it a go. Let's go for some more miners here. And yeah, look at this. It's going to cost me 15,000 hydrium to build one of these increases. Wow, that's insane. Let's go for some of these while we can. More faith per turn, I suppose. And we've been attacked once again. These guys have no clue what they're doing. We might want to attack the boss. What do you say? Shall we attack the boss of the sector? Because I've not really done that ever before, so this is going to be really, really interesting. Maybe it's going to just be me dying instantaneously. It might very well be that, because I'm not very confident in my abilities. Shall we try it out? Let's take a look at the map. You know what? Let's do it. Oh, threat level low? Really? Oh, okay. I'm very surprised. Okay. Because the last time that I did this, it was threat level high, and let me just tell you, I got murdered. I literally got murdered so incredibly fast. Okay, so there we go. Look at that. I've actually captured this. So let's go here. Let's go into the middle. Let's go into the middle and see what's up. Okay. Well, I should have probably done this way, way, way earlier, shouldn't I? Because I have basically almost... I've basically almost won, haven't I? Yeah, I almost have the survive for 50 turns victory, which is kind of unfortunate. Would have been pretty cool to win a different way, but oh well, never mind. I guess that's just how it goes. Okay, there you go. We should probably get some more data, shouldn't we? Yeah, we should probably get some more data. I'm just going to spec a huge amount into the science stations, try to get as much data as possible so we can get some more research done. I think that sounds like a fun idea. And, well, what else can we get? I mean, there's a huge amount to get, to be honest, but, yeah, I really just want to get that, ultra rare, you know, carrier weapon or whatever it's called, you know. That would be insanely fun. So maybe we can make it work. I'm being attacked once again. I'm going to auto-resolve this. See how it goes. Yeah, no, it seems to... oh, that actually did not work out too well for me, because I just lost my liberator. One of my liberators, which is not exactly great. So maybe the auto-resolve is not a good idea. Probably a good idea not to do that then. Probably not the best idea. Anyway, gain one free him if we want to, or we could go for the minor capacity, or yeah, I guess I'll go for the minor capacity, even though, you know, we could potentially go for that other thing. Okay, so I now gained the Doom Beam. It fires a very high damaging laser that pierces through ships and shields. Wow, that sounds absolutely amazing. Yeah, that sounds really, really fun. Okay, well, what else do we want to go for here? Well, that's the question. I guess we'll just continue going for miners. Continue going for this. And threat level mid. Ooh. A mid-level? Okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay, I guess we'll go for the Doom Beam instantaneously, right? Yeah, let's go for the Doom Beam. Okay. Did that actually do anything? Was that actually useful? I don't know. I can't actually I can't tell. I can't tell because we're just absolutely murdering everything. It's hilarious. And look at that. My trade route was actually successful and we gained another 7,800 Hydrium. Very nice. And we can also now spec into this if we want to, which is what I will do. Let's just go for just get some more ships built. And I have so many resources right now that I don't even know what to do with them. I guess we'll just spec into this for a real quick second, and we have a reactor meltdown. We just lost 6,000 fuel, but that is, again, not actually a problem. It is not actually a problem, surprisingly enough. Okay, threat level high. I could do something with that, yes. I might be able to do something with that, or should I just not bother? I might just go for some, you know, low to mid ones at the moment. The sector conflict is almost ready. The question is, do I want to do it? Yes, I think we do. I think we do. So, yeah, let me see what I can do here. Let's go for some more of these stingrays here. Heavy fighter damage might be kind of fun. Yeah, I think that seems pretty nice. And there we have it. Okay, threat level low. Wow, okay, yeah, this is going to be pretty easy then. Let's go for this. Okay, I see. Okay, so the Doom Beam is basically a really good thing to use against a boss, but against regular enemies, I don't think it's that useful. So that's just something to bear in mind when you play the game. It's definitely going to be useful to go for the Doom Beam, but it is going to be much better for bosses and higher HP targets. At least that's what it seems like to me. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, more faith? No, more faith is not really going to work out too well for us right here. Okay, so I am definitely going to survive until turn 50, I think, at least. I mean, maybe I'm overestimating my ability to win this, but as you can see, threat level low, these guys really don't know. I mean, literally, look at this, they just absolutely get destroyed. Even if we lose a bunch of people, it does not matter. That's the funny thing, it does not matter, because look at what I can do. My economy is so good that we could just have people just immediately get back on the field. Extremely impactful. There's the trade route complete. Yeah, let me do another one. Okay, we'll do this. Let's see. Let's get a couple, shall we? Let's get a couple. Why not? It kind of makes sense. We could go for another Liberator if we want to, or we could go for another Citadel. We could go for another Citadel. That's going to give me 500 faith every single turn, and it's also going to increase escort armor. Do I have a lot of escorts? Yeah, no, I've got 6 of them. That's pretty good. Okay, fine. Let's do it. Why not? And we've been attacked. Threat level mid. Okay, this could be kind of dangerous. Okay, I'm just going to pull them with the tractor beam. I personally think the tractor beam is more impactful than the Doom Beam right now, just because I can use it more often. I think that's the main deal there. And we also have the ability to do the sector battle now if we want to. So, should I take a look at the sector battle? Whoa, it's literally threat level low. That is so funny. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Okay, yeah, that was easy, wasn't it? Yeah, that was very easy. Okay, yeah, we can go here, and we're going to be attacking the Outriggers this time. Okay. That is hilarious. Okay, and we can also do this. We can increase our escort damage. We can get steel-clad escort cap increased if we want to do that as well. I'm not sure if I really want to do that. We could go for gunship heavy fighter cap as well if we want to. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty fun. Yeah, we won. Oh no. I mean, kind of. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You know. I mean, it's good. It's good that we won, but I wanted to murder. I wanted to murder more things. Well, never mind. As you can see, it does give you a brief summary of what you've done, and you can see how many ships I destroyed and built, and battles won, and so on and so forth. And then it puts you on the main menu once again, and you get to see all your achievements and everything. As you can see, play 100 turns total. total. You could play. I've only played what? Are you serious? I've only played as one people. Oh no! I need to play as more factions, don't I? Yes, I'm only playing as the Colonial Alliance. That's literally what I'm playing as almost all the time here. So I think we'll play as the Pirate Clans. Let's play as the Pirate Clans. And technically what you could do is you could play on hard or very hard. But yeah, as you can see right here, frequent combat encounters, strongest enemy fleet size, there is a fog of war, and there are hidden enemy turns until attacks. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm going to play on normal just because I am... Oh, I'm just not that. I'm not that confident. Okay, I'm not that confident. So we're just gonna go over here, and this is what our ship looks like this time. As you can see, we do have a tractor beam this time as well, which is nice, and we have completely different looking ships, which I very much appreciate. And what we're gonna do, what kind of victory should we go for this time? That's the question. What kind of victory is something really, really fun? What's a fun victory type? Because we've done endurance. And we've done science. Well, I mean, you technically didn't do science. I did science, but, you know. I think we could win 4 sector battles, but can we do that within 50 turns? That's the question. I don't know. We might be able to if we focus on military. So how do we focus on military? Well, focusing on military is going to be... it's going to be the agriculture station, first of all. Then we're going to have to go for the miner twice. And then we're going to go with... another miner, and then we have already technology. Okay, so what do we want to do again? Military, right? So we want to get heavy fighters, and they cost 200 less to purchase. Yes, heavy fighters. This is going to be extremely important for us. Okay. Then we can go for some more of these. We could go for some scouts if we want to as well. Scouts, I think, probably are quite useful. The Machine Cult. A mass grave of derelict wreckage and asteroids litter the star system. The carrier carefully navigates the fleet through the maze of death, rock, and steel on the path back home. But communications are coming through, Commander. As the faint video feed displays before you, a robed woman holding the doctrine of the Machine Cult greets you. She stares at you, gripping her Bible with a smile. "We see you, Commander. Embrace the Machine God," she utters before the video feed cuts abruptly. The cults are becoming more and more daring. And that's also the reason why I really want to unlock that particular faction. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Or at least I hope so. Anyway, yeah, so we got a really, really cool threat level high there. Maybe it's going to pay off. If it doesn't, then it doesn't, and that's just how things are going to go. And we're otherwise just going to be increasing our population a little bit more. All right, so this is definitely going to be a pretty easy one for us. It should be pretty easy at least because my forces are, yep, as you can see, we didn't lose anyone, which is pretty fantastic. And now what we're going to do is we're going to be going for Weapons of the Machine. Weapons of the Machine is going to increase our damage, light fighter damage, all kinds of carrier damage. It's going to be great. So we are otherwise just going to end the turn, going to go for an outpost, going to go for this, going to get, I think... what do we want? No, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna go for combat ships, +1 capacity, I suppose. Heavy fighters cost 200 less. Then we're gonna get population increase. I personally think that going for the outpost plus colony on the very first turn is probably the way to go. I think this is probably the best first turn play that you can make, just purely because you do start getting that population increase and you don't have to build agriculture stations over and over again. I think that that is very, very useful. Anyway, 1,000 hydrium, very nice. 1,000 hydrium, very, very good. Okay, I like that. We did end up losing a little bit of something else, but that was okay. You know, nothing to really worry about there. And we're otherwise just going to be getting... the question is, what do we want? What do we want? Well, I think we're probably going to have to just go for some numbers here, aren't we? Yeah, we'll just have to go for some numbers. Let's just do that. There we go. Because as you can see, we're now getting attacked. Yes, we're now getting attacked. So I'm going to have to make sure that this is all fine and dandy. There we go. Very nice. Didn't lose anyone. Great. That was good. And let's just see here. Let's go for some more miners. I don't have the ability to do that, unfortunately. I'm going to have to continue focusing on our economy. The trade route was lost, unfortunately. That was a really, really high paying one. But as I say, you're not losing anything except what you've decided to trade. So it's not really that big of an issue. Threat level high. As you can see, this is not going to work. So we're going to have to retreat away from that for the moment. Okay. Gonna go for one more of these, and then we'll... Oh, no. See, now that's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, now we've lost... Yeah, because of the outbreak, you see? The plague outbreak has happened once again, and so we are now in a really bad position. Yes, we're in a really, really bad position here. So we're gonna have to go for another agriculture station, and then just go to the next turn here, and then we'll have to just take this fight like it is. Not a big fan, to be honest. Not a big fan. I would have preferred a little bit of a different slant on it, but that's okay. Okay, trade route was lost, which is unfortunate, but that's okay because we do get carrier energy increase. Let's go for a smuggler here as well. Let's go for the trading post, increase our capacity a little bit more. Then we have another battle once again. So I gotta wonder, is it because we chose the pirates? Is it because we chose pirates as our faction? Is that the reason why we're having so many issues right now? Gain 1 free treaty. Let's go for that. 1 free treaty? What does that mean? A treaty can be used to skip a normal combat encounter. Tensions ease as a truce is momentarily established. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Okay, well, the question is... do we want... Yeah, let's go for the mining guild. And then we'll just get some more miners. I feel like we're losing the economic war right now. Yeah, I feel like we're losing that a great deal right here. So I feel like we need to do a little bit more on that. Let's get our trades up and running. Let's get this. I know it's a high threat. I know, but I kind of want to get that big payday. I feel like that is more impactful than anything else that we can do. Let's see. This is still threat level high. Wow. Okay. Yeah, me winning those battles, it's going to be more difficult than anticipated, right? Yeah, it's definitely going to be more difficult. Okay, let's go for 2 more of these, 2 more of these, and then we're going to be attacked. That's okay. We can technically use diplomacy if we want to. Shoot, no, I don't think so. No, we're not going to use that. It's only threat level low. It's only threat level low. There is really no reason for me to, you know, skip a battle unless the threat level is really, really high, right? So nothing to really worry about here. And now we're going to increase weapon damage. So that's going to increase our heavy fighters damage. We really do need to focus on heavy fighters as much as possible. And what we're going to do is we're just going to spec a huge amount into miners here. There we go. Now we can get the Corsair. That's a heavy escort. That's what we're going to do. Go for the Interceptor. There we are. Now we have this. We're going to go for another free treaty, because we could also go for diplomatic victory, which allows us to use a treaty 6 times. So we could potentially try to do something like that. I don't know whether that's going to work. I really don't. We gained some faith, which is really, really nice. Let's go for some more miners. Increase this, increase this. There we go. We got more hydrium from that. And what else do we have here? Gain 1 free light escort. Okay, wait. Is there actually anything here that I would like instead of this? I mean, this is really, really good, by the way. The ability to increase all of that stuff. So I'm not really that big a fan of gaining 1 free heavy escort and so on and so forth. I mean, that's all very good and everything. Don't get me wrong. It is all going to help you. It's all a massive bonus. But I don't think it's going to be that impactful in comparison to what I have available instead, which is the increase of the minor... you know, miners' resources that they're providing me right there. So that's kind of what I wanted to try to focus on a little bit more here. So we're just going to go for this. Scout capacity, mid-level. All right, let's use diplomacy to negotiate peace on that. And then we are just going to increase this, increase that, get some more miners. This is going to give me a huge amount of free space, right? This is like an amazing opportunity, because now we have the ability to do so much more, because I am going to be left alone for quite some time here. and I don't have to worry about it, you know? I don't have to worry about it in any way. So we're just going to be speccing into a bunch of these things right now. Just going to be getting a bunch of data, a bunch of other things. These guys are going to be super, super easy for us to deal with. So we're now playing with a significant amount more strategy than we were playing with before, because we now have that diplomatic option available to us, which we didn't have before, because I was new to the game. I didn't really understand it that much, but yeah, now we know. Now we have a bit more of an idea about what's going on. All right, so let's see. More miners, massive amount more miners. Let's go for interceptor fighter cap as well. Then we can go for some more of these. Get this. And then we have another one of these. This is absolutely fine, no problem at all. I'm basically just trying to get as much military power as possible so we can actually start doing those sector battles. You could see here, however, that I think maybe the sector battles... Yeah, this is going to be... this is doable now, you see? This is doable now, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go straight on in, and we are just going to be pulling this guy in with our tractor beam, and he's just going to get absolutely massacred. There you go. Instantaneous victory right there. Now we can choose another sector. Let's go here. Let's get a Ravager with our Hydrium. Let's try to replenish all of our people. Let's go to the next stage. Let's get another free treaty. We can now increase our weapon damage by +5, so everyone's doing insane damage now. And then we're going to be just going the next turn. Trade route was destroyed, which is indeed what is going to be happening, because I am going for very high threat trades, just because I personally feel like they are the most worth it. I like that a great deal. I like doing that, so that's the reason why I'm doing it. Anyway, let's go for another Corsair here, and we have another battle. This is absolutely fine. I will do the battle. I don't see a problem with not doing it. These guys literally, wow, they just had no idea. They just had no idea what was going on there. And we can just go for this, more of these, more interceptors. My fuel is having a bit of a problem. We're having a bit of an issue with fuel right now. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, no, never mind. We just gained 2,000 from one of our trades. That's also the exact reason why I tend to take those high-value trades, just because it has such a significant amount of benefit when it actually pays off, you know. Obviously, it is very much random when it pays off, because, you know, it's a very low chance that it's actually going to, you know, go through and be successful. But when it does, it's so good. It's just so good. You know, it's too effective, in my opinion, for me to say, no, you shouldn't do that. No, I absolutely love that. Okay. So we have some interceptors here. Unfortunately, these guys are taking so much damage. They're actually losing so many of them every single battle for some reason. I'm actually not entirely sure why that is, but yeah, I guess that's just happening how it is. I don't know, it's kind of a bit strange, but oh well, never mind. Unknown artifact. The carrier slips through red cosmic dust storms, leading the fleet through the grave of a long-dead star. A somber atmosphere lingers in the command deck as the fleet carefully navigates the nebula, but people go on alert as a bright shining light pierces through the storm. Scouts have deployed to investigate, and they are reporting that the source is a floating relic of an alien civilization. From what we can observe, the light is emitting from an artifact we have no records on. Commander, this is a miraculous discovery that could prove invaluable for our science division. It may be wise to take it with us. 5,000 data. That's actually pretty crazy. Alright, I like it. Let's go for some escort damage here, because we do have a bunch of heavy escorts right now. Let's go for some additional shields, and then we will be doing the sector conflict boss battle in just a moment. I think that's probably going to be pretty important for us. Okay, do I want to do this? You know what? I'm actually not going to do this. I'm going to use diplomacy. Trade route was destroyed, unfortunately, but, you know, as I say, that is literally just going to happen more often than not. And let me have a quick look-see here. Smuggler escort. That could be kind of useful, but we are... yeah, okay, fine. We're going to get some more faith from that as well, which is quite nice. We can get one free treaty from here as well, which is quite good. So we now have more treaties. We can now go for some more smugglers. And my trade route was destroyed. Both of them were destroyed. Oh, well, that's wonderful, isn't it? Ah, that's great, yeah. Oh, well, never mind. You know, it happens. Okay, there we go. Let's do that. We're being attacked once again. I'm going to use diplomacy once more. And then we can do a little bit of something here. We could go for some more shields if we wanted to. We could go for faith, which I think would probably be the play here. Are we going to get another endurance battle? Or, sorry, an endurance victory, not an endurance battle. I think we are probably going to get another endurance victory because I'm just not fast enough to get these sectors conquered. I think that's the main issue of what's going on here now, which is, again, just one of those things that you're going to have to learn. You know, you just have to learn how that works. Let me actually just see here. Use a treaty 6 times. Well, I only have 2 more, and I have 3. So, well, I have 3 done already. So this is going to be kind of interesting. I'm not entirely sure how that even works. I guess we'll have to figure it out, you know? I guess we'll have to figure it out in my time playing the game. Obviously, that is indeed the strategy or the challenge that comes along with the game itself. Gonna have to be a bit aware of how things work, and the endurance victory is just about to, you know, crop up in just a minute, which is somewhat unfortunate. Peace negotiated. And there it is. Yep, there's the endurance victory once again. And it was much easier this time. Much easier this time to get the endurance victory. I had very few problems in regards to actually winning. So I feel like because the pirates have weapons that ignore shields, I think that makes a big difference. The Colonial Alliance have the strongest armor, and they have AoE weapons. So that's obviously something to bear in mind. And they do start with 2 extra miners. That might also be the reason why we were having problems early on with resources. The Outriggers are very, very different as far as I can tell. So let me actually just start with them and actually just see what's going on here. Let's go down here. All right. Yeah, so as you can see, they start with completely different things. They only start with 2 miners. Are you serious? Wow, okay, not entirely sure how I'm gonna do this. I guess we'll just do that, and then this. Whoa. Yeah, this is harsh. This is really, really harsh, actually. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to start with these guys, because they basically have... Well, you just lost 5 population as well. That is hilarious. Wow, they really... Oh, wow, This is a harsh one. This is a difficult start right here. Okay, tractor beam. Gonna have to use the tractor beam on this. Unfortunate for me that my guy is gonna get absolutely... Oh no, he didn't get murdered. He didn't get murdered super badly. Not as much as I thought he was going to, at least. Okay, we could go with... I think mining capacity is probably gonna be the way to go with these ones. This is probably gonna be the play. Hydrium generation, 3 population, very, very important for us right now. And we could go for priest, or we could go for the diplomat. I think maybe the diplomat. I'm actually just going for the diplomatic. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go, actually. Yeah, going for the diplomatic, because then we can just skip any fight that we don't want to do. And then we can just have a great old time. Like, for example, right now, we can just skip that immediately. I think that sounds really, really good. Let's go for carrier damage, light fighter damage, and then we're just going to be getting some additional miners. We got some data there. Let's get this. Get a scout. Nice. Good amounts of fuel right there, too. Let's get data generation. We can then get a bunch of these things. Or at least I hope so. There we go. Yes, we did. And then we can get some of these fellows. We lost some data, but that's okay. Nothing to really worry about there. I don't have any additional treaties, unfortunately, so we will have to do this. Kind of unfortunate. I kind of wanted to try and avoid as many fights as possible so that we could build up our fleet as quickly as I could. Oh, thankfully, we didn't lose anyone. Okay, that's great. I'm actually really surprised. Okay, yeah, increase it. You know what? I feel like getting at least 1 point in industry really makes a huge difference. So that's probably what we're going to do, at least initially here. And then we're going to be going for some additional things there. We'll go for another diplomat. We could go for the sector battle. What do you think about doing the sector battle straight away? Shall we try doing the sector battle straight away? I'm thinking maybe yes, or I'm thinking maybe no, because I think we might actually just lose instantaneously, which would be hilarious. You know what? Let's do it. Okay, let's go for it. Let's try and use my tractor beam here. Let's see if I can maybe do something. Because you can see here, he's absolutely getting wrecked. Yep, no, he's dead. He's out of there. He is literally out of there. Okay, so I already conquered I already conquered a sector by turn 14. That's really good in comparison to what I was able to do beforehand. So yeah, that just goes to show maybe it is a good idea to actually, you know, take a chance, I guess. Take a chance and see what's happening with that. Okay, yeah, this is really, really nice. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just go for this. Going to go for more of these, get that. Derelict Station, nice. 2,000 Hydrium, very, very good. I like that. We're going to go for another one of these. Just making sure that we have as much of that as possible, getting some more miner capacity as well. Gonna use diplomacy here because, again, I do want to try, if I can, to win 4 sector battles. You can see here I've already won 1, but if I don't need to, and if I have the ability to do so, I would like to be able to get a diplomatic victory too. That's obviously going to be fun to try as well, if we can actually make it work, because I highly doubt I'm going to be able to. Oh wow, we literally just lost 7 population. Are you joking? Wow, I can't believe it. Let's go for some shield generation right there, and we are going to be going for another colony just to make sure that our population generation is just that much better than what we're losing. Unfortunately, this is a mid threat level. Might have some issues with this, or not, as the case may be. We did end up losing quite a few people though, but these guys are not that difficult to deal with. Anyway, I'm actually gonna I've gotten carried away a huge amount playing this game, and this is exactly the point. This embodies that classic adage, which is just one more turn. One more turn. One more turn. I just want to do it. Just one more turn. And that's exactly what it does. Anyway, this has been Hyper Empire. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.